Why? Pull this hair up, Lord. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Pull this out. Y'all know I'm sporadic these days. Hi. Hello, hello, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Grand Rising. I need to call you, sis. I'm going to call you after. I got a conference call at 9. So after that 9 o'clock, I'm going to call you. I'm okay. My energy is a little interesting. I've been tired with this pregnancy and had a few complications this week, but I'm good. I'm a lot better than I was over the last few days. So I'm good. I'm good. Y'all send me some positive energy, some healing energy. You want to have another baby? Woo, child, how old are you? Listen, when you this age, it hit different. It hit different. Oh my goodness. I swear, it's not the same. When I was younger, it was different. It was different. When I was younger, I feel like, see, you my age. When I was younger, I feel like I was, able to cultivate these babies and get them out the way. And yeah, no. It hit different at this age. You feel everything, You feel everything. You feel it all. You feel it all. So that's always funny. Good morning, Grand Rising, beloved. Peace. Hey. Hey. So I wanted to jump on here because I know after I finish this consult today, I got at 9, I'm going to lay back down. I'm going to lay it down, being still this weekend for a change. Just so I can rest up. I feel like our visitor is wanting to make a surprise arrival. I'm feeling like he wanting to pop up out the box a little early. So I said I was gonna make sure I be still and take time to rest and prepare for that. We actually preparing as we speak. I got somebody, one of my sisters coming to help clean my carpet in the room that he's in. And yeah, we getting real work done. But what I really wanted to do is go ahead and pull some cards for this new moon that we got coming up. That lets you know how much I've been out of, because y'all know I normally be done did a reading or something for it. So let's do a reading today. Let's do a reading for it today, and then I'll leave this up and I'll put it on. Hopefully it saves, and I'll put it on my YouTube page as well, so you can go to YouTube and revisit any notes that I say that I might have on there. I've been hearing the word gratitude a lot in my consults, so I feel like that energy is going to be heavy for us. Being grateful, like going ahead and being grateful for not only the things that are in play or the things that you have already received, but also being grateful for the things that are coming in, even though you don't see them. A lot of times the gifts and the blessings that I feel the universe or our ancestors or our spirit guides are wanting to give us, or our higher self are wanting to bring in, we don't see them. It's not on our radar. But that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be thankful or have gratitude for it. So be grateful for it now. Be grateful. Peace, everyone. Grand Rising, everyone that's coming in. Be grateful for it now. I have been doing natal chart overviews. It's not back on my website, and I probably am not. After these last set, I'm going to finish these up. I might make it where I only do like 3 a week for right now until I feel like I'm ready. But if you are interested in getting a natal chart overview, inbox me and I can tell you what I have available or whatnot. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Ooh-wee. They trying to make us do some work. Some work. Okay. I got y'all. Grand Rising. Peace Queen. Peace Bee. Ty. Indigo. One of my baby's favorite names. Purpose. Ashe. Rising. They're very intentional this morning. Let's see. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that one too. All right, so the first card that came up before, hold on, let me get this last one out before I start. Okay, all right. First card that came out is the Narrow Path card. So with this Narrow Path card, you got to look at, this is a reminder that you're on the right path. You've already started on this journey, okay? A lot of y'all are awakening on the journey. A lot of us have already been on the journey. This is going to be a time frame, especially with this new moon, that we pay attention. How are we traveling the journey? How are we overcoming obstacles? How are we being creative and making sure we're paying attention to the things that seem to arrive in our way to distract us? Because you know this time frame is a definite time to be distracted. Making sure that you get around the distractions. Making sure that you're staying focused on the destination. Making sure that you are being focused on what it is that you want to accomplish, your goals, your dreams, and your desires, okay? You're going to come to these crossroads. So you need to really get into a space, you need to get into a space where you say, am I still straddling the fence? Am I still straddling the fence? Am I still choosing to be my old self instead of my more evolved self? Am I still choosing to walk in a certain energy instead of walking in my true energy, my true self, my higher self? What choices am I making? And when I stand at these crossroads, what choices am I making? Am I choosing because I'm already on the path? We already on the journey. What choices am I making while I'm on this journey? All right. Then Tunde Earth comes up. And he reminds us that it's not about how quick you get to the destination. It's not about if somebody got to the destination before you. It's not about us comparing our journey to anyone else's journey. This is our own intimate way. It's our own intimate path. It's our own, and we chose this individual path before we came on planet Earth or whatever dimension, third dimension, however you want to look at it. We chose it. So we can't pay attention to how everybody else is running their race. We got to be patient with our own race. We got to be patient with the way that we decide to operate on it. We have a plan. The blueprint has already been written. The plan has already been laid. It's already written, boo. We already know intuitively from a higher perspective which way we're supposed to be going. If we really listen to our inner authority, if we really listen to the God voice in us, we already know. So how dedicated? How dedicated are you to that? The bottom of the deck, which is really interesting, it's about, and I feel like with this new moon, what you should be asking for is to remove blockages, remove doubt, remove fear. Remove all the things that make us have that internal conflict and that confusion and that chaos within inside of us. Remove it. Ask for that to be taken away. Ask for you to be given courage. Ask for you to be given strength, clarity, wisdom. Okay, peace, beloved. Do the mirror work. What do you still need? Be truthful with yourself. Y'all know I'm big on that. Be truthful. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie, baby. Don't lie. Be truthful. Put your truth on the table and deal with it. Look at it for what it is. As Ayana would say, call a thing a thing. Like, really look at it for what it is. Do the mirror work so you can actually pay attention to, am I still repeating some of the patterns and behaviors that keep me in this state of battle, that keep me in the state of jihad, that keep me in the state of confusion? Am I still repeating those dynamics? Am I still repeating that energy? Or am I actually walking through like I know I have a plan, that I know that it's already written, like I know that I'm going to get to the destination? It's already written. All right. So when I asked about the challenges that we have coming up with this new moon, identifying your purpose. So purpose, it says, I know what I am here to do. You know, even when you say you don't know, I don't know. I get so many of y'all that'll tell me like, I don't know. Yes, you do. You know. Are you choosing to acknowledge it? Are you choosing to be still long enough to remove all the rubble and the stuff that you have packed on top of it? Are you? Do you know what you came to do? You know, if you don't, the other challenge is, I might help if I can put this up right. The grief card. Are you dealing with the grief? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. When you lose love, you have an opportunity to appreciate love. When you lose a job, you have an opportunity to appreciate. Okay? You have an opportunity to appreciate. But you got to really realize everything happens for a reason. Everything is intentional. Everything has purpose to it. There's a reason that you go through each and every dynamic in order to get you back to the journey, the path that's already chosen. All right? The path that's already chosen. So, I'm trying to see which way I want to go next. When I asked for transformation during this new moon, leaving toxic mindset, ideology, information, people, habits, behavior, leaving anything that is toxic, anything that's not serving your highest self, anything that's not in alignment with where you're going, leaving that behind. It's time to leave it behind. As you move through these next levels, the next couple of months are going to be amazing months energetically. As you leave out of this month, leave all the BS behind. Leave it behind. Ain't no reason for you to take it. What you taking it for? Peace, beloved. Peace, everyone that came in. Peace, Khalil. Heavenly signs is coming up as well. And the heavenly signs is all about, are we paying attention? Our higher self, the universe, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever it is that you believe in, that is an energy outside of you, but still interconnected to you. They're sending us signs on which direction we need to go, on how we need to move. Okay? They're sending it to you each and every moment. Are you paying attention? Are you looking up instead of looking down at your phone? Are you really being connected and present to what is being said, how it's being said, the messages that's being delivered, in order for you to stay on the right path so you don't get distracted? So you don't get distracted. So it's interesting that this card came up. Vesta came up, and it's the home card. It's 2 reasons that that card is interesting, because of research I've been doing on the goddess Vesta and what her real origin is. I have that's a whole nother live. But home represents a lot of things right now. I think this is a time frame for you to get your home life in order. To get home in order. To get everything in alignment. To get everything ready. I know this card for me too. So Zay has definitely, the baby has been very adamant about, y'all need to get ready. Are y'all ready for me? Y'all ain't ready. You ain't moving quick enough. You normally already had this together, Mom. What's going on? So I'm going to say this for you. You ain't moving quick enough. Make sure you clean that clutter out your room. Make sure you prepare your space for the sacred person that you are becoming. You have to really look at your environment and say, do my environment reflect who I am? Does my environment really reflect who I'm evolving into, who I'm becoming, who I already was? Because y'all know I always say, that person never left. They always have been there. They've always been a part of who you are. We search for ourselves like it's somewhere under a rock or a tree, and it's really right there. It ain't never went nowhere. Our crystal card, I almost forgot. Our crystal card is the opal. The opal, and it says, do you enjoy scholarly activities and mind-bending projects? Do you have a brilliant mind that craves stimulation? It is time to embrace these concepts that may seem at first glance far out of the ordinary. Activate your higher mind, your higher consciousness, by taking time to further your education and embrace the power of knowledge. I am an intelligent being. I am smart enough to be aware that new information is always available for discovery. Deep wisdom is innate within me. My entourage of angels orchestrate my life, and I am receptive and have the gift of insight. Listen, I love this card. I feel like this is a reminder that we should always be evolving. We should always be learning. We should always be expanding our consciousness. Always. But also being willing and receptive to open those doors. Okay? To open that energy. To be able to say, am I being stagnant? Because it might be a book that I have not unlocked within myself. There might be some information that I have not unlocked within myself. Because we are walking books. We have all the information we need within ourselves. There might be something that I'm not doing to trigger the information that I have within myself. So let me make sure that I'm taking time to be intentional and not be distracted. That's the key word. Don't get distracted, y'all. There's so much growth that can happen this year for you. So much transformation that can happen as we move through 2020. So don't be distracted. Make sure you're being very intentional with each day. Make sure you're making a list of things that you should have accomplished. Be super intentional on how you're moving through this journey and this life that you've chosen to come back and experience. All right, let me go back through. I saw some questions rolling in, and y'all don't look at questions while I'm reading. You keep saying your birthday. Do I have a clue? A lot of times I always say if you see your birthday, that's a reminder of either you're not on your path, you're not doing what you came to do. So when you see your birthday, pay attention. What am I supposed to be doing? How am I walking in my purpose? Why is my, because to me that's a direct message. Like, look, you came to do something specific. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Did I make my own cards or I bought them? This set was given to me. That's the little red one. Y'all will always see this until I can't use them no more, until they falling apart. The rest of them I used to sell on the website. I still have some on the website. I think I got the Oracle and the Cat people or something like that. I still have some on the website. You keep seeing 999. Y'all know that synchronicity. Synchronicity is a beautiful thing, especially when you're waking up. Yeah. This is time where that energy is going to be really, really heightened, y'all. It's starting to calm down a little bit. But that's why I always tell y'all to make sure y'all paying attention. When there is trauma and pain that's going on in the universe, make sure you're not buying into it. Okay? Make sure you're not buying into or getting sucked into the energy that's being presented in the world, because that'll create a distraction for you too, and you want to make sure that you're not being distracted from your own purpose. When we come into this world, it's like a game. Think about it like that. And the game is, I got to get to this destination. But while you're going to get to this destination, it's almost like Pac-Man. You're going to have all these ghosts come out of the blue. You're going to have cherry bombs. You're going to have all of this stuff that's going to try to come and get you and knock you off course. Because you're trying to get to the end. You got to get to the end of the maze. You got to achieve the next level. And you can't achieve the next level if you're going to be distracted by every damn thing that pop up. Every distraction. And they're very, very tricky. Even your own ego be working against you. Ego be in there like, oh, you thought you had it. You thought you was ready. I got you all the way off guard. I got you over here in these sidebars, as Dr. Africa would like to say. Which is the best to use? I want the kind that you have that pretty much read off things. I just heard that you should always make your own. So I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Everybody have a different way, beloved. This is for the pretty teacher. Everybody have a different way of how they use oracles or how they use divination. I would suggest try different types of divination out first before you commit. I personally don't like tarot. I like divination and oracle cards. But then there's some people who love tarot. I'm so analytical that the tarot bothers me, because I know the symbolism to me have deeper meaning, and you have to pay attention to what you're feeding yourself subconsciously. So I'm very aware of what I feed myself subconsciously. If I use a tarot deck, I always use something that's Egyptian based or has a African root per se before I use anything else. Something else. So if you think that making a set, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But I also suggest, like I said, you have to figure out what is best for you. Y'all got to stop. Y'all don't have to. But I would suggest that you stop buying into with all these different, I'm trying to say it the nicest way, I'll call it the new millennial teachers, gurus are saying. Everybody gonna have this thing like, oh, don't do this, or oh, you should do this, or you need to make sure you do this before you pull your cards. And it's like, no, you can't tell somebody intimate relationship. You gotta take it back to church. I can't tell you how to pray. That's your own intimate relationship with your higher power, or who you believe to be a higher power. So it's the same way. I can't tell you how to do your readings. It's your own intimate relationship. I can suggest. I can tell you what worked for me and how I connected. But I can't sit there and tell you, oh, you got to do it like this. That shit might not work for you. Figure it out. Be a scientist. This is just the same. Even in this awakening in the spiritual life, you're supposed to be tapping into who you are inwardly, not who everybody else is, who you are. What makes you connect? Okay? What makes you connect? I've had questions where people be like, well, should I buy one or should I be gifted one? You can do what you want to do. It's still your own personal connection. Okay? It's still your own personal connection. Matter of fact, baby girl, if you inbox me, Pretty Teacher, and I'll send you a set of mine. I'll let you know which ones I'm willing to part ways with. And I'll send you a set of mine. So send me a DM and I'm going to send you a set. I'll send you your first set. And then there, boom. I just gifted you your first cards. All right. Somebody else had asked something. I'm sorry. I'm getting slammed with synchronicities and haven't had decent sleep since the retrograde. Oh, baby, because the energy crazy. This retrograde energy is crazy. It's crazy, but it's a good crazy. It's crazy, but it's a good crazy. So don't be thrown off. Okay, don't be thrown off. The retrograde energy is here to make you be your behind still, for you to really work on what you're supposed to work on. I've said it multiple times, but if you have your natal chart, go pull where Mercury is sitting in your natal chart. Where is Mercury in your natal chart? That's what's going to be heavily influencing how you experience this particular retrograde. All right. This is a time frame where you want to really make sure that you pay attention to the key solutions, the key things that's going to help you understand. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. I love retrogrades. I love Mercury retrograde in particular. Only thing I don't like about Mercury retrograde for me is because most of my stuff is on like social media and digital platforms. And it always literally, like even with my class, I've been having the most issues like uploading videos, making sure the content was there. So if you enrolled in the class this week, just be patient. I know y'all got those first levels unlocked. Hopefully y'all have already started working on the first level and started working in your notebook, but there's some video content that's still talking about it's loading. So I don't know. I might have to put it on YouTube and make a private link and then send it to y'all. I don't know. I ain't been trying to stress. I was like, I'm not going to let you stress me out. I'm not today, Satan. Not today. Not today, Mercury. You're not going to have my eye hurting over this stuff. Meanings. If you go on my page, She's Just Brit. I always post a lot of memes that break down numbers, but my number one way of y'all really understanding numerology and why you're seeing those synchronicities is go really study numerology. Understand the core meaning behind these numbers, because the memes sometimes come from a newer perspective, but I really feel like you need to go understand numerology and really understand what the number 4 means first. Okay. You keep dropping things. I ain't did that. I did break my nail the day before our photo shoot. Literally just got my nails done the day before, like the night before the photo shoot. And I said maybe it was because I was doing something wrong. I went to the cupcake store. I broke it at the cupcake store. I ain't even do nothing. I just opened the door. That should have been a sign to get your behind. Turn your behind around. Turn your behind around. You ain't got no business being in this cupcake store. But I still got my cupcakes. I really didn't care. I was like, oh well. Oh well. Yeah, study numerology specifically though. Like, don't study it from the new. Try to go back to the core. What does my class teach? Okay, so, and you can still sign up because it's really, you can learn at your own pace. It's the journey to self. One of my biggest things and mission this year is to make sure that y'all start learning the core of who you are. So we talk about grief, we talk about forgiveness, we talk about discipline, setting routines, what you need to specifically do for yourself in order for you to navigate this particular journey better. Okay. A lot of reasons that, in my opinion, that people are all over the place with consciousness or awakening or awareness or spirituality is because you don't even know yourself. It's almost like putting a child into, Ifa or whatever, in African-based religions or whatever it is, whatever information, Wicca. And then that's what you're teaching and cultivating them to be that. But you're not teaching and cultivating people to be themselves first. I'm way more powerful when I know myself and I say, I'm going to burn this white candle compared to I don't know myself. So I really ain't that confident when I'm burning this candle, but I'm just hoping and praying and wishing. That's like religion to me. Okay. You're new. How do you become a part? Just show up. I'm a little inconsistent with my lives. I used to be on here a lot more. But I am in the last month of my pregnancy, so it's a little interesting for me right now. It's a little interesting for me right now. So give me a little time. But I have a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about a lot of different topics. I always have readings on there. I always suggest people to go and just listen to the readings because you never know what's going to resonate with you and what's going to help you. If you want to take the class, you can go on my website. It's sheismagic.com. It's a online class, so it's, you can chime in whenever you want. Okay? You can chime in whenever you want. All that good stuff. Oh, you wanted to know my thoughts on 444. Hold on, let me. This baby says she's setting off fire alarms. Yeah, now y'all definitely make sure y'all paying attention to people wanting to engage argument-wise. Okay? Don't engage. Let them argue by themselves. I don't care what they do. I don't even care if they talk about your mama. Don't engage. Let them argue by themselves. You're not going to destroy your peace for somebody else's confusion. Is it true that we shouldn't sign any business contracts? I definitely suggest during Mercury retrograde that you don't do any life-changing, altering events. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. And then y'all got to look at, I keep seeing a lot of people talking about, I'll come back to the Starseeds comment. I see a lot of people talking about things falling apart. Everything seems like it's falling apart. I'm having no. It is falling apart, but it's falling apart in a good manner. Quit looking at everything as being bad. Peace, beloved. Quit looking at everything as triggering, or look at it as a lesson. This is a great time and an opportunity for y'all to learn some valuable lessons. Okay? This is a great time for y'all to learn valuable lessons. Valuable lessons. Yes, 222. I wasn't even thinking about that's what today was. Thank you, Khalil. It's a great time for you to learn some of the most valuable lessons that you can learn, honestly. When we have retrogrades, because it's going to make us go back in and reflect, refine, do all the things that work for us. Business wise, you said, can I promote my business? Absolutely. You still go on with promoting. I'm not gonna lie though. I promise y'all, normally with Mercury retrograde, I normally get into a really quiet space. I normally do silent fast. I normally am very particular about making sure I just take time to work on me. It's like hibernation time for me, normally. Okay. It's normally a hibernation time for me. Did you see my angels? Which angel did you see? Matt. What angels? I should have a few, especially right now. They don't be playing no games. My baby don't be playing no games. He ain't playing no games with y'all. He ain't come to play with y'all. My perspective on starseeds. Starseeds, I do believe in them. I do believe that we all, each generation, come in with a certain energy, a certain dynamic, a certain knowing. So yeah. Starseeds are beautiful. I have a few of them. I have a few of them in my tribe. I'm more connected to, how do I say this? If you have children that are probably under the age of, I would say 7, pay attention to them. They are definitely walking in a certain greatness. They have a certain connection to our ancients. They have a certain connection to our ancestors that we can't deny. I do feel like the ones that have started being born under a certain age, you will specifically recognize ancient ones. Okay? You will specifically recognize ancient ones in them. You will specifically, if you listening to your babies and not thinking that they just talking crazy, you will hear your babies. Like I always tell y'all, my Leo, my baby boy, he is the one that, like, when I've talked to him about certain stuff, especially when he was younger, he remember being at war. He remember having, a bow and arrow. He didn't even know what no bow and arrow looked like, but he's telling me like, oh, I shot my brother in the leg with an arrow. Like, he came in with he's an Aries rising too, so he's a warrior spirit. But when I say there is a rebirth and a resurgence of the ancients, that's why I always say walking ancients. Okay, listen. Not Muriel. I'm going to send you a picture that I was doing, Matt. I'm going to try to send it to you before I forget. Hopefully I'll be able to send it to you. That's interesting that you said that. Okay, so they have a different gift to me. They have a different understanding. They have a different awakening. You just have to cultivate it and allow that energy to be nurtured. And especially, there's a lot of babies being born this year, including mine. I know mine came with a purpose. He's been very intentional in connecting with me and letting me know, like, I ain't coming to play no games, Ma. So I need you to be ready. Okay. Don't be putting me on warning. So let these young kings and queens, gods and goddesses, angels, ancients, whatever you look at them as, let them be great. Really, really cultivate and pour life into them. Really pour life into them. If you don't know how, make sure you are reaching out to people that can help you cultivate what you don't even know how to do. Okay? Because when I tell you, hey, Pooh. When I tell you that they are amazing little souls when you give them the opportunity to speak. They're amazing. The things that you can pull from them. Like my youngest, he amazes me all the time. He does stuff that like really throws me off. I'll be like, ain't nobody show you how to do that. He's an amazing person. And pull their charts. Pull these babies' charts so y'all can really understand what type of energy you're working with. Because a lot of y'all walking around messing up y'all babies before they even get to a certain age. Let's be clear. A lot of y'all walking around messing up these kids before they get to a certain age. It'll be your fault that they not walking in their greatness. So, that's when you do need to stop being selfish and be selfless and make sure that you pour life, speak life. You know, I have not always had that, you know, I've had been that parent that has been so focused on my career, so focused on things that was going on in my life that I wasn't pouring as much life as I needed to pour into my children, my oldest kids. So I'm very intentional with the babies that I have now. My little ones that I have now. And I think that's the reason why I got all kings. I ain't got no girls. I got 4 boys. It's about to be 4 boys. 4 boys that I got to pour life into. So you got to be in a space that you are being, take time out to say, let me show them how to do this. Even if you just sparking the interest. I sparked the interest in my 12-year-old that like, it's stuff that he say and I just be like in amazement with him. And he's a projector too, just like his mama. So I know he gonna be amazing on so many different levels. Or whatnot. Couldn't mean anything if you happen to actually see a real angel. Absolutely. It could mean anything. Did you ask? Do y'all be communicating with y'all angels and ancestors? I swear. Did you ask why were they coming to visit you? Did you pay attention to what's going on in your life? Stop making stuff so complicated. It's real simple. Stuff is not complicated. When they show up in your life, or if you can see them or feel them or hear them, pay attention. Ask some questions. Talk to them like they your homie. How do I pull me and your boy Sharp? Astrology.com. And I'm going to have to get off of here, y'all, because my conference call already started. Or whatnot. But I'm going to try to get back on here before the weekend is out. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to be more intentional about resting and taking care of this vessel in this last stage. But y'all make sure that y'all are, you know, paying attention to what is your journey? What's your purpose? What are you supposed to be doing right now? How are you supposed to be leading and guiding not only yourself, but your baby, since we didn't got on that topic, okay? Pay attention to how you're setting yourself up going into this next season. How are you setting yourself up going into this next season? Okay? All right. I love you guys. I will let y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend in case I don't get back on here. I keep hearing meditate, meditate, meditate. So make sure y'all meditate before this new moon come in. Meditate. All right. I love you. Peace.